Good evening, everybody! This is my first night emceeing. I'm really excited, a little nervous, not really, but the last couple of folks, thank you. The last couple of folks we had up here, you know, they had to come out and then go back out and come do it again, so I'm excited that I got a round of applause the first time around. But welcome, everyone. We are The Collective. For those of you that have never been to one of our shows, we are a local, nonprofit, volunteer-run organization. Like I said, we are volunteer from producers, to directors, to writers, to actors, to our wonderful tech team back here. Let's give them a round of applause. We have Adam, Ben, and Carolyn. They will be running our tech for us tonight. So, Roast the Coast. You know, I thought I was going to do a little stand-up up here. I might throw a couple of jokes, but I might need some help from the crowd, right? I feel like a lot of stand-up comedians have some crowd work that they do. So, anyone here from New Bedford, born and raised in New Bedford? Yeah. Like myself. Okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. Yes. Who's excited about the train? Has anyone taken the train since it's...
Yes.
Yes, you have. How was it? Was it amazing?
Very relaxing.
Very relaxing? What did it take, 3 hours to get to Boston? No? Hour 30?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half? South Station? About the same, right? Driving? Yeah, more or less. No, I have not taken the train yet, but it is very convenient, especially for those that work up there. I love that the prices of the houses have been going up, right? For those of you trying to buy a house, it's been pretty expensive, right? Pretty tough to do so. No, but like I said, I was born and raised in New Bedford. My parents, though, are from Portugal. My father is from São Miguel, Azores, which I will be visiting tomorrow after our run tonight. I'm very excited. My mom is from the mainland. She grew up in a town called Figueira da Foz, kind of on the coast of Portugal. You know, two beautiful places, lovely beaches, great atmosphere. Everything's so chill and lovely there, and they decided to move here to New Bedford. You know, it's still beautiful, right? We got Cisco. That's kind of the same, right? I guess that's pretty good. So yeah, Roast the Coast. For those of you that are not familiar with some of our work, right? All of this is original. We have 5 local writers. Okay, some of the writers are in the audience here today. I'll be pointing them out. Round of applause for them. Some of our writers are working backstage. We'll shout them out when their show comes up. But, you know, really amazing pieces that, not only about New Bedford, but the surrounding cities, right? The surrounding towns in the area. How has this train, or how will it affect them, okay, in the future? Our first show takes place in the town of Freetown, Sonnet. Anybody from Freetown, Sonnet? Oh, yes! Very nice, very nice. I think we have a former Mr. and Mrs. Freetown in the audience, right? Once or twice. Yeah, and it takes place in a VHS store, okay? So there's not many of those, right? Blockbuster's been closed for a while. But this show takes place in a VHS store. It was written by the one and only Steve Norton, sitting right here. It was directed by myself, Ricardo Aguiar. I had a really great time directing this. And in this show features none other than Liam Syvertson. Did I pronounce that right, Liam?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Tough name. Asher Machado and Nick Anderson. The name of the show is called Fast Forward. Enjoy.
Frankie! Have you seen the paper?
Don't you have anything better to do? We literally just opened a minute ago.
No, doofus, you know I don't. Frankie!
What's this about the paper?
Well, they're opening up a new Dunkin' Donuts across from the old Juniors.
And this excites you?
Yeah, it's about time that this boring-ass town finally got something. Taunton has a discovery zone, Fall River has a laser tag, and even Dighton has a rock. What do we got? Some trees and a face on a hill? I guess that's a rock too, but that's not the point.
Dude, take a chill pill.
Frankie, I'm just saying that this town is like like Pleasantville. It's all black and white. We just need a little color.
Sure. Hey, since you're here, why don't you help me restock the shelves? I don't see how bringing in some corporate chain is going to make this town any more colorful. I'm perfectly happy getting a cup of freeze-dried brew from Kathy's. I don't need some coffee milkshake spiking my glucose levels first thing in the morning. Besides, you ever think that the corporate chains are the black and white, monotonous, cookie cutter, uniform?
Ooh, Blade Runner. Classic.
First, they start with a Dunkin'. Then, there's a Cumbies. The next thing you know, this whole town loses its identity. They'll bulldoze a lot and put up a Hollywood video. Is that what you want?
I just want a colada.
I was wondering if you guys could help me find a movie. My wife's been bugging me for a few weeks about it.
Sure, what is it?
That's just it. I don't remember the name of it.
What's it about?
Her coworker was telling her about it. It's got that guy who was in that movie with that other guy from Miller's Crossing. He was in The Usual Suspects.
Who, the guy from The Usual Suspects or the other guy?
Gabriel Byrne.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
That's the guy. Who's the other guy who was in that movie?
Who?
John Turturro.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Comedy.
Yes?
Brain donors.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
What just happened? How did you get brain donors out of that?
It's a gift.
If you're gonna help customers all the time, you might as well get paid for it. Why don't you apply?
No way. It would ruin the magic of film for me. You can't paint your passion like that. 9 to 5s are where dreams go to die. I wouldn't be able to enjoy it anymore. I'd be watching out of necessity, not love. I used to love this, but now it's just work. Office space.
Do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. The Parent Trap.
Tooch. Hey.
I believe it's pronounced Tucci.
Oh, the heavenly odor of ferromagnetic tape! Oh, I've longed to smell your scents once again.
Hello? Can I help you?
Kevin Costner, Meg Ryan, Robin Williams, Winona Ryder. They're all here, memorialized in beautifully crafted cardboard lithography.
Yeah, Waterworld, what a flop, right? So are you looking for something in particular?
Yes.
And that would be...
Ooh! It's a bat!
Let me ask you a question, Frankie.
How do you know my...
Does the coil of eternity ring a bell?
Or is it a fish?
Should it? Do I know you?
Hey, Reese, listen up. I know you both very well, deeper and more intimately than either of you could ever fathom. But I'm not here for a connection. I'm here to bring you a message. The coil of eternity is here today in the store.
The coil of eternity. Is that like a fancy slinky?
The coil of eternity is a film that exists in one reality, one dimension at any given time. It transcends the cosmos. It disobeys the laws of time and physics. It is everything and nothing. It is Alpha and Omega. It is life's greatest question and answer. Transposed from the heavens through a lens forged in a dying star by archangels into a JVC VHS. Then imprinted on the universe's finest magnetic tape. It is God's greatest rental, the VHS of destiny. Woo.
VHS of Destiny? Are you high?
Hi, no. I assure you I'm quite low at the moment. But if the two of you do not find the tape, it could spell disaster for the next millennia. Freetown is doomed! The epicenter of worldwide destruction.
The Coil of Eternity. The Coil of Eternity? Hey, whatever your name is, there's no such film. If there were, I would have heard of it. I know pretty much everything there is to know about every movie ever made, from Beetlejuice to Citizen Kane.
I'm afraid my intellectually impaired friend is right. We don't have a single thing even close to Coil of Eternity.
Maybe it's one of those indie Euro foreign flicks. Amir Costa Rica, maybe.
I've worked here for years. I've seen everything. If we have it, I'd have seen it.
Not everything that exists can easily be seen. Some things can only be found if they want to be.
All right, all right. Are you one of those Fall River freak come to mess with us small town folk?
Frankie! Imagine, if you will, a world where the average person holds a supercomputer in their hand with unlimited access to information and instead use it for pornography and memes.
Memes?
Digital running jokes, little images that immediately convey silly ideas. For instance, Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka with a sarcastic phrase over it. Or a Canadian rapper, yes, I said Canadian rapper, showing disgust or approval for two juxtaposing ideas.
What?
Never mind, I can't expect you to understand. Anyway, they use these pocket supercomputers to argue with strangers and spread hate. Where a sizable minority still think the earth is flat. And they watch viral videos that convey and tell them that vaccines are dangerous. Some even think the moon landing was fake. They suffer brain rot without a single parasitic organism involved. Digital amoebas,
Good.
addicted to their glass and metal slabs, ignorant of the physical world around them, where a few powerful corporations control everything. And video rental stores are but a blip in the pages of history. Freetown does get an MBTA station though, so that's something.
Yeah, Freetown gets a commuter rail to Boston. Sure, got it. By the way, before you go, if you sign up for our membership today, you get one free rental and a microwave popcorn bucket.
Find the Coil of Eternity!
Can you believe that guy?
No, but this movie has piqued my interest.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you seriously looking for a tape that doesn't exist?
You never know. Maybe some weird promoter from a distributor and he planted it somewhere in the store.
Planted it?
Yeah, create some buzz, get people interested. Ooh, you know what would get me interested in looking for a VHS of Destiny? Some delicious Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Oh, are we on that again?
Yeah, I like Kulon.
For the love of God, what is it now?
Yeah, I'd like to return that.
You didn't rewind it.
So?
So, it says right here, be kind, rewind.
Yeah, but why? Who cares? I finished the tape. I put it in a box. That should be enough.
Ah, cool. You're leaving a mess for the next person.
A mess? It's a tape, not a crime scene.
No. This is a social contract. You rewind so that the next person doesn't have to sit there for 3 minutes, listen to that word sound before they can even watch Patrick Swayze throw a punch.
But why is that my problem? I finished it. I'm done with it. Why should I do extra work for the next guy?
It's common courtesy. You wouldn't leave a shopping cart in the middle of a parking lot.
Oh, I always leave the cart. If they didn't want me to leave the cart, then why did they hire the cart guys?
Oh my God! You're one of those people? The I pay taxes, I'm not picking that up people.
You know what? I did pick it up. I picked it up, I put it back in the box, I brought it back to y'all. Directional orientation is your problem.
Directional orientation?
Yeah. The tape is in the case, it's face up. Whether it's at the beginning or the end, it's just a matter of positioning.
No, it's about respect. You wouldn't leave a toilet unflushed, would you?
Oh my God, that's bodily waste. This is cinema.
No! This is principle. Ah! You're stealing time from the next person.
Stealing? You guys got machines to rewind the tape behind you.
It's not about the machines. It's about human decency.
Yeah. I don't see what the big deal is.
You hear this guy? This is how society collapses.
I'm telling you, in 10 years, nobody's even gonna be watching tapes. Rewinding will be obsolete.
In 10 years, I might be dead. Today, I'm still renting out VHS, so I expect you to rewind the damn tape.
You should charge people extra.
Oh, now you're running a scam?
It's not a scam. It's a tax on laziness.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. I'll rewind. But only to the middle to mess with the two of you.
That's sociopathic! Oh.
Sir, this tape is over 3 months past due. Is Roadhouse really worth $36.95 in late fees to you?
I don't need all this You know what? Okay, I'm done with this. Screw you, you fucking munchkin. Screw you, Jolly Green Giant. I'm taking my business elsewhere. Yeah, I'm done with you.
Go screw off down the Yellow Brick Road, asshole.
I swear, some people.
Yeah, that guy was a bigger jerk than Steve Martin in The Jerk.
And you.
Me?
Yes, you. What do you think is gonna happen when the corporate chains surround us like a pack of hyenas surrounding an injured gazelle?
What do you mean?
More businesses means more people. More people means more developments, new houses, people moving in. People moving in means even more businesses and even more houses. More people from Boston, Providence, and Fall River means more jackasses like that coming in causing mayhem in our little store. If we even still have one.
Most of that doesn't sound so bad to me. So what if you have to deal with a few more douchey customers? Isn't that a small price to pay for an onions? Besides, you're still working off the assumption that one small Dunkin' Donuts is going to somehow irreversibly change everything.
Maybe you're right. But this town is important to me. I grew up here. You may not see it, but this town has character. I like getting a subpar meal at the inn. I like getting a handmade sandwich from the same guy who sells me beer and lottery tickets. And I like getting my car worked on by Tony's uncle instead of some random guy at Jiffy Lube. And I like working at this little video store. This town has its flaws, sure, but I love it.
And the Academy Award goes to... I'm just messing with you. No need to get so sentimental on me. I just want to be able to get the occasional colada without driving all the way to Taunton.
What? No way. You've got to be kidding me.
What?
Coil of Eternity, Inventory 1.
Seriously? Move! Oh.
Take a look for yourself. It just suddenly popped in after I checked in that tape.
Sleazy, I knew there was some magic in those deep blue eyes of yours! Come on, let's find it!
Holy shit, I can't believe it.
You know, this could still be a plant. Maybe he snuck it in through a window or something. Maybe he's from Troma.
Oh, shut up and help me play this.
Oh. What do you think is on it?
I don't know, that guy said a lot of weird stuff. Oh my god. It's worse than I possibly could have imagined.
Hey, isn't this the episode where Joey moves out?
Don't tell me you actually like this drivel. You, Mr. Movie Buff, film connoisseur, Sonnet's biggest critic.
Hey! Everybody's got their own guilty pleasure show. I don't make fun of you for Fraggle Rock. Besides, Jennifer Aniston is a dime.
Yeah, sure. Hey, check out the noise and ghosting on the tape.
Something recorded over it.
There's gotta be something else on this damn tape. Holy shit.
Whoa. Is that what I think it is?
I think so.
I had my doubts, but I guess it's real.
That crazy old coop wasn't lying. Reese, you realize this changes everything?
Definitely.
You know, why was I so upset about a Dunkin' Donuts? Maybe things staying the same isn't always good. And maybe things changing isn't always bad. Progress, stagnation, what does any of it really mean anyway? We're all just visiting, right?
Totally.
Let's give it up one more time for the cast of Fast Forward! Now, I am not only an MC tonight, but I am also going to be a magician. You see, behind me, behind this curtain, when I am done speaking to all of you, there will be a new set. Magically, it will appear. Don't mind the noises behind you. All right? That's just all part of magic. So, roast the Coast. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It wasn't always supposed to be called Roast the Coast. It was actually going to be called our summer series. Did anyone attend our spring series? In the spring? Yes? Did you? Did you? You did. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Yeah, round of applause for our spring series. Very good. So, you know, we were thinking, what could we do to make the summer series fun? So we actually reached out to the 5 writers of the spring series and we asked if they wanted to combine and write one big show, right? And that's how Roast the Coast came on, right? So instead of writing one big show, why not write 5 mini shows all around the same topic, right? We usually have a prompt that we base it off. So the prompt, something spoke to that. I'll move over here. Usually we have a prompt, and usually we actually ask our audience members and our followers to submit a prompt online, and we choose it for our 1440. So the prompt was the commuter rail coming to New Bedford and Fall River, and that's how Roast the Coast came to be. Am I right, Nick? Steve, right? Did I do a good job there? Okay. So speaking of 1440s, that's kind of our bread and butter, right? Being one of the first members of the collective, along with many of us here in the audience and backstage, we started off with 1440s. For those of you that don't know what 1440s are, you might have known it as a 24-hour project. Can't call it that anymore because we got a cease and, is it desist? Yeah, cease and desist, whatever it was, yeah. So we got one of those from New York. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that is pretty cool. So a company from New York was like, hey, we do 24-hour projects, you can't. So like, all right, we won't call it that, we'll just call it 1440. Why? Because it's 1440
minutes in a day.
Thank you very much. Oh, that's it right there. That's all the answers. Right. So what do we do in a 24-hour project? Oh, so silly. Wow. That was nice. I like that. So similar to our spring series and Roast the Coast series, we have our writers not get together. They're usually individual. We're giving them the prompt, but they only have a couple of hours to write. Usually they meet 7 o'clock at night on a Friday, and they have until about 7 in the morning if they'd like. Usually they finish earlier. They can write together individually. That they write, individual shows. And then we have our directors come in at 11 o'clock. They handpick a show out of a hat, usually. And we have kind of like a draft for those of you that do like fantasy football, fantasy baseball, basketball. We have a draft of actors, and we just go through and say, I want this person, I want that. I need 2 female, I need 2 male, I need this type of character for the shows. And then we start rehearsing right at noon. And then the show usually goes up around 7. So hence the 24-hour or 14:45. So we have one coming up in September. So we hope to see you all there. If you have not signed up for our email list, please do so, and we'll be sending out some more information in regards to that. And I believe that date is September 13th? Yep. Pretty good, Ricardo. All right, so let's move on to the next show. This next show takes place in Fall Rive. Anybody from Fall Rive? Anybody? Oh, ooh, all right. Oh, actually, I wanted to do this joke, if you don't mind. Can you stand up real quick? So, the collective this year turned 10. This is our 10th season. Woo! 10th season. We made it through COVID. Yes, we did. Who here remembers when they were 10? Anybody? Yeah. I was about that tall, right there. The joke's done. You can sit down. About that tall. All right. So yes, it is our 10th season, which is pretty amazing. But in regards to our next show is called It's So Fall Rive, written by the incredibly talented Stephanie LeBlanc, who is not here, but her husband. Yes. So great job. All right. And it takes place in Fall River, present day, in a padaria. Who knows what a padaria is? Testing your Portuguese. I'm a Portuguese teacher, so I can test your Portuguese. It's a bakery. It's a bakery, right? It takes place present day in Fall River. It was directed by the lovely Brie Riccio. Not all of them. And it's featuring Brianna Bertillon. How was that, Brianna? Good?
It's okay.
Thank you. Lauren Costa and Rosemary Larkin. I now present to you, It's So Fall Rive.
Fall River.
Oh, another day, another dollar. Am I right, Ma? I can't believe you were just 22 when you started this place. And I can't believe that it's been 22 years since you've been gone. And today is the 22nd. That's a sign. I should play Powerball today.
Good morning, Lords. How's it going today?
Morning. But is it good? I couldn't sleep again last night. My sciatica's acting up, and Mookie won't stop barking every time the downstairs puts on Deal or No Deal. I could kill Tina for leaving that mutt with us when she moved out, but at this point, I don't know what I would do without the damn thing. Every day above ground is a good day.
I love the usual. Thanks.
Stuffed quaha, Portuguese sweetbread, pastel de nata.
What can I do you for?
Yes, I'm just trying to decipher this menu here. I'm from Boston, and can I just say this is a delightful change of pace? Very authentic. You've got a real mom and pop feel.
Oh, you ain't from Boston, honey. Where are you really from?
Is it obvious? You got me. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, went to BU for undergrad and just never left. It's been about 10 years though, so I think I can say I'm from Boston.
It doesn't work like that, honey. So listen, can I help you or what? I ain't got all day. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to Priscilla's, opened by my ma, the late great Priscilla Paveo. And now all this glory that you see is mine. I run this place by myself, and I can get a little ahead of myself. What would I do without myself, right? But I guess you could say Fall River's got its own flavor. So let's start there. What are you in the mood for, sweetheart? Sweet or savory?
Something simple, maybe a coffee and whatever that delicious looking thing is.
Now that is a malasada. Fried dough rolled in sugar. It's heaven, especially when it's made by Lords.
Oh, you are a sweet talker.
Oh, well, thanks. I will definitely have one of those.
Excellent. And how do you take your coffee? We don't have any fancy Starbucks here.
Just black is fine, thanks.
No milk? Are you crazy?
Easy like Sunday morning.
Cash only. That's how we do it in the Riv.
I think I only have $1 on me. I never carry cash anymore. I'm so sorry.
Allow me, please.
Please, let me get your Venmo. I'll pay you back.
Please, I insist. It's your first time here. It wouldn't be right if I didn't show you some hospitality.
You really seem to know your way around this place.
Well, my dad used to take me here on Sundays while Ma thought we were at church. She worked weekends at the nursing home, so we made this our mass.
My donuts are holy.
That was back when Priscilla was still around. Those two were a hoot together. This place has the best pastry this side of the Taunton River.
Oh, I believe it. The smell in here is amazing. Oh, I'm Bradley, by the way. I came here for change of scenery.
Nice to meet you, Bradley. I'm Jordan. And, change of scenery, huh? I suppose there are more people coming to visit us with the new train and all, but I expect more people going to Boston than coming here. Do you know the city motto?
Can't say that I do.
We'll try.
We'll try what?
No, that's it. That's the motto. We'll try. It's on all the police cars and fire trucks. It's like, we may not be able to put out your fire, but we'll try.
Not much of a positive message.
It's so Fall River. So what's brought you down here?
I came to check out some of the old textile mills. We have an exhibit coming to the MFA, and I wanted to check out some of the history before we start planning. When I found out the train came down here, it was a no-brainer.
My Nana worked in the mills, starting in the 8th grade. She was the youngest of 7 children. Hell of a life story.
That's so...
Oh, here we go. Okay. Enjoy.
Come to think of it, I've sketched some of the old buildings over the years, just trying to imagine what life must have been like back then.
Oh, wait, so you're an artist?
Well, these are just some sketches. In my day-to-day, I'm a special kind of artist.
What does that mean?
I do makeup.
Well, like for a salon? Or are you an influencer?
I'm a mortuary cosmetologist.
Holy shit. That's a new one. I've never thought about how that's someone's actual job. I think I'm gonna need some sustenance before you start telling me about your clients. Oh my god, this is incredible.
I told you, it's heaven. And I should know. I work with dead people.
And too many malasadas will kill you too. Just look at poor Mr. Borges last week. Everything in moderation. That's what my mom used to say. Priscilla is calling to confirm your order for today. All right, we've got you down for 12 pops and 6 linguiça and cheese rolls. What do you mean it's 12 linguiça and cheese rolls and 6 pops? That's not what you said last Tuesday. I know, I just heard. I was just talking about Mr. Borges. Is this for his funeral? Because if so, you know I can make it happen. Who do you think I am? Kiss my Baduka, Manny.
So, how does one become a mortuary cosmetologist?
You know how my mom worked at the nursing home?
Yeah.
She would care for him. Dad would bury him.
That's dark.
It's so Fall River.
I think I'm beginning to understand there's a lot to Fall River.
It's the people, I guess. We're built different. My grandparents saved some cash and opened Bizarro Funeral Home on County Street.
Bizarro isn't, like, weird?
As in our last name.
Oh, sorry. That's a new one for me.
It is for most out-of-towners, but at least we stand out. My parents figured everyone has to die, so we'll always have jobs. And when my dad retires, I'll take over the operation and hire someone else to do the makeup. It's an honor to honor the dead. It's our legacy.
I have really never thought about any of this before. You have a really beautiful perspective on things.
Everybody has to earn a living. We help families see it through to the end. I think there's some poetry there or something. You need some help. You really should think about getting some help.
Did I say anything when you made Agnes Gregory look like a parakeet?
As a matter of fact, you didn't. But then again, neither did she.
Hi, Jesus! You're so fresh!
So what's it like working at the MFA?
Kind of feels like cheating. I was lucky enough to get placed there through school, and I've never really known anything else. It's been my one and only big kid job, and if I have it my way, I'll never have another. I spend days just wandering the halls, looking at art, imagining the world as a beautiful place. And I never get bored with the projects they bring to me either.
It's so cool you're doing an exhibit about something local, too.
We haven't settled on a title yet, but the ethos behind it is woven histories and the relationship between abstract art and modern fashion and design, looking back through history, specifically at what was being done in the mills down here.
You know, I think we still have some of my Nana's old pieces. She used to bring home scraps and make dresses for the family. She never wasted anything.
Are you kidding me? That would be amazing. You know, I'm really glad I came in here today. I almost went to Dunkin'.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. But only because I think you're making Jordan smile for the first time since the Sox won in 2018. I was talking to Maria and Joao, her parents, of course, the other day, and I says to him, Jordan's gotta meet somebody nice.
Oh my God, please stop.
I have known you since you could barely walk. I can say whatever I want. All right, so how's the malasada?
Truly one of the most delicious things I have ever tasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can't get that at Dunkin'.
Next time I'm in Fall River and hankering for something delicious, I'm coming right here.
Good. Make sure you tell all your fancy friends up in Boston.
So much personality. Is everyone like that around here?
I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people, I guess.
You're not like that.
No, not exactly, but the right situation or the wrong circumstances, it just comes out.
Like the Hulk.
You don't want the riv to come out of me.
No, that sounds kinky.
One more treat for you on the house.
Hey, I know this is forward of me, but do you want to get out of here? I really like talking to you, and I was hoping we could find
That
something.
sounds great.
Well, here we are.
Scenic, huh?
It's so Fall River.
I think I'm beginning to understand what you mean. We'll try, right?
We always try.
So,
So,
I should probably be leaving, but I feel like...
What are you two doing out here when there's a perfectly good place to sit and eat inside? Do I bother you that much or you have to
we were
come out
just trying to get some fresh air is all.
Oh! Fine, okay. Oh, you kids have fun and remember every day above ground is a good day. Jordan would know.
I can't believe how hard she works. It's insane. Does she run the whole shop by herself? Like all the billing and baking, paying the bills and whatnot?
Lords would not let another soul help. Not since her ma passed. Occasionally her husband Louis comes in to help change a light bulb or something, but she would not let him set foot in her kitchen.
That's so funny.
Lords is getting up there in years though. She's secretly thinking of having a cousin come in a couple hours a week to help out so they can learn the family business.
It's so Fall River.
I think you're really beginning to get it. So, I know we just met, but I don't live too far from here, and I'm pretty sure we kept some of those old dresses my grandma made.
We? Are your parents gonna be there? Or-
Yes, but I'm an adult. I have my own floor. We're in a triple-decker.
Who's on the other floor?
My cousin Dimpy.
Of course he is.
His real name is Danny, but he had these really cute dimples as a kid, and the name stuck. Are you ready?
Well, are we going to have a good time?
I don't know. We'll try.
Maybe that should be the name of the exhibit. We'll try.
Oh, Ma. Will you look at those two? That wasn't me and Louie just the other day, strolling through Bicentennial Park. I can remember you told us that we were crazy to get married when we were 22 and that it wouldn't last, but look at us now. All right. I know the shop's not going to run itself. I'm going back to work.
Give it up one more time for It's So Fall River. And for my next act, I will turn a bakery into a bar. Thank you, assistant. All right, so I don't know about you, but that show made me kind of hungry. Anyone else got a little hungry? Talking about the pastéis de nata, right? Malasadas. Who remembers eating their first malasada? Anybody? I remember. I was like 2 days old, I think. Yeah, my parents just shoved it right in there. I said, eat this. Matthew, what are you getting at the concession stand? Sugar. Oh, some sugar. I like that. Right. Diabetes will do that to you. Hey, who's working at the concession stand, Matthew? Is that Marissa Jesus? It is Marissa. Oh my goodness, Marissa Jesus is actually our graphic organizer for the collective. Can we get a round of applause for Marissa? She's incredibly talented. If you look at the design on our posters and the front of our programs, she designed this beautiful, beautiful image. She's also selling some of her own artwork there. She sells we got some magnets there. What else? Some prints, ornaments, posters, all that good stuff. So please go and check it out if you have not done so already. We also have a fun little raffle. So we've been having a raffle every single night. Today's raffle is focused on our final show this evening, which is focused on the Tri-Town area. right? Rochester, Marion, Mattapoisett. So in the raffle, you will see a beautiful flower design, all right? I think the creator of that flower design is here. Is she here? Can you raise your hand? Are you here? No? Did she leave? She was here earlier. Never mind. But you will see, it's actually going to be part of the set for that show later on. So it's a beautiful floral pot there. We also have a dozen farm fresh eggs from Chris Pedrecka's Chickens over in Mattapoisett. Yes, you know, eggs are very expensive. I don't know if that's the train's fault or not, but yes, those eggs are getting up there. We also have a $50 gift card to Nick's, who's one of our sponsors. So Nick's Pizza in Mattapoisett, very generous enough to donate a $50 gift card, pizza as well. And the fourth thing, what am I missing there? What am I missing? Oh yes, Marissa has also donated a beautiful print of, ta-da! A beautiful print of New Bedford. So you'll see some imagery from New Bedford as well. Thank you, Ms. Gregory. Great job. Look at that, it's a bar. I told you that would happen. All right, our next show takes place in Fairhaven. Do I have any Fairhaven folk out there? Fairhaven, yes, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful Fairhaven. And this show is called Battle Off Fairhaven. Written by the incredibly talented Nickel, my round of applause for Nickel West. Takes place in Fairhaven, present day. Directed by the wonderful Katie Gregory. And it is featuring Jeff Blanchett, Brennan McKiernan, and Chris Pedrecka.
You get any more of them scallops?
No, the cooler's busted. I've got a guy coming in next week to take a look at it.
You're a history guy, right?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? You're the one that's been yapping about all that old-time Fairhaven shit lately.
I said sure. What? Would you have preferred yes?
You know, maybe I would have. Yes feels different than sure, don't it?
Sure.
Anyways, so my daughter tells me that the first Japanese, was it? Yeah, the first Japanese guy landed right here in Fairhaven.
You want to run that by me again?
Yeah, the first Japanese person in the world landed here in Fairhaven. I think his name is John? But I could be wrong. I mean, that doesn't sound very Japanese.
The first Japanese person in the world landed in Fairhaven. You're sure that's what you're trying to say?
Well, you make it sound like he was in a spaceship or something.
You're the one that's saying he landed here.
Yeah, like in a boat, like he was a fisherman or a whaler or, I don't know, something. Is that what she said? Maybe I gotta text her and see exactly. Maybe he was born here?
The first Japanese person in the world was born here.
That's what it was, yep.
In Fairhaven.
That's where we are, ain't we?
Not Japan?
I just gotta see what she says when she texts me back.
Jesus, Benny, I gotta tell you, if your bar tab didn't pay about half the bills in here, I'd suggest maybe you go away for a little while. We got the train right here. You could just ride it right up to one of those fancy hospitals up in Boston. Let the doctors poke around, see what's going on in that thick skull of yours.
I don't have to take this kind of abuse.
You will.
But I will.
All right, don't move! This is a robbery!
Jesus Christ, what are you fucking yelling for? You made me spill my drink.
I said this is a robbery!
Yeah, I think we heard you.
Just stop.
I'm not paying for that beer, Mike.
Just stop.
It's not my fault I spilled it.
Jesus Christ, Benny. Just stop.
I suppose you're right.
Where is everybody?
I've been asking myself that for years.
I'm not joking.
Neither is he.
Enough with the funny stuff. Nobody's in the bathroom?
I didn't even know there was a bathroom.
I said enough with the funny stuff.
Ben, he's serious.
I can tell.
Where's the money?
Underneath here?
Well, go get it. And you don't do anything funny.
The thought never crossed my mind.
All right, taking my hands off of the bar.
What?
Oh no, you're not going anywhere.
I'll shoot you.
Then do it. I said, do it!
God damn it, I think you need a day off, Mike.
Not now, Benny. Have a seat.
Eat shit.
I said, have a seat. Now put your gun on the bar, and please, don't make me ask twice. Okay, we're gonna have a beer. Take that stupid mask off.
No,
Do I really have to point a gun at your head to get you to listen to me?
I'm not stupid. You'll be able to recognize me.
You think we're going to the cops? That's cute.
What, are you just gonna kill me?
Maybe. You know, maybe we're gonna take your body out back, put it in the cooler, weigh it down with some sand, and then we'll drag you out to the harbor so the crabs can pick your bones clean.
I thought you said the cooler was busted.
Okay, we're gonna have a beer. In order to do that, you have to take that stupid mask off.
Not doing it.
Do I really have... Okay, how about this? If you don't take your mask off, I paint the walls with your brains. Have a sip. You're making me nervous.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Go on.
I don't drink.
You come into a bar waving a gun around demanding cash and you don't drink beer? What, too many calories?
I don't like the taste.
Well, today you do. Try it.
You get used to the flavor. The more you drink, the better it tastes.
What, you think you're the first person to ever walk into a scupper waving a gun around before?
You know, something tells me he's from New Bedford.
No, he's not from New Bedford. I knew that the minute he walked in here. He's not from Fairhaven or Mattapoisett or Rochester, not even from Wareham. You came down here on the train, didn't you? You've never even been to New Bedford before, let alone Fairhaven. I mean, look at you. You got a t-shirt on. It's 45 degrees out there. You got your Red Sox hat on backwards. You want to come in here, grab our money, and leave. You know what? Do me a favor.
All right?
Go take a look outside. I bet you you're going to find a sweatshirt or a backpack or something.
Yup. There's a bike out there, too. You want me to bring that inside?
No, leave it out there. Let's see how long it lasts. So, me and my friend Benny here were talking history. Do you like history? I said, do you like history?
Sure.
You know, I see what you mean. Sure really is different things.
Can I go, please?
No. You're a tourist. I want to talk a little history with you, make you feel like you've learned something in your time in our fair town.
I was wrong. He wasn't the first Japanese person, but whalers picked him up and brought him here. I don't know, my daughter seems to think that's important. His name was John, though. What do I know?
If you had continued down the road there, you would have come across Fort Phoenix. You ever heard of it?
No.
Well, it's a park now, but During the Revolutionary War, it was a fort. In fact, the first battle of that war was fought right out in the harbor. British ships came and took 2 American ships. Uh-oh, bad news for Fairhaven. But some of the local boys, they rowed out on their boats, got back their ships, got back the British ships, and a couple of prisoners. My 6th great-grandfather or something like that was one of the men who led the charge, Nathaniel Pope.
And you were pretending you weren't a history guy.
So it's hard to say what happened between him and my great-grandfather. Probably some farmers or fishermen, mill worker or something like that. But my great-grandfather ended up with a nice piece of property down by the waterfront. When he died, he gave it to my grandfather, who built a dock on one side, and then he sold that dock and bought a pub on the other side. Called it the Scupper, because it's some joke for fishermen. You know, I don't know what it meant. I never found out.
I always thought it was a kind of fish.
But anyway, this is it. My family legacy.
Am I supposed to be impressed by that?
No, I wouldn't say I'm all that impressed either. It's really kind of more of a headache than anything else.
I always liked it, yeah.
That's because we give you beer every time you walk in.
And I keep drinking it.
You know, when you came in here waving that gun around, I almost just gave you the till and sent you on your way, but then it hit me, you know. You know, this bar paid for me to go to college. This bar paid for my kids to go to college.
I didn't know you went to college, Mike. What'd you study?
History. You know, I've been getting a bunch of calls lately from people up your way, up in Boston. They want me to sell this place. You know, I probably should. Almost everything in here is paid off, and I could use the cash. My wife, she's sick. She has cancer. She's been in treatment off and on for the last year. And I'm sick too.
You didn't tell me that. I knew about Teresa, but you're sick too?
Cancer's got us both. The doctor says it's the goddamn PCBs in the goddamn river. He says he sees it in couples all the time around here. You know, I haven't even told her yet. She's been so sick, I don't think she could take it. And the hell of it is, I'm worse off than she is. So as much as I should just take the paycheck, I can't bring myself to do it.
Jesus, Mike.
Why are you telling me all this? I really don't care.
Why am I telling you this? You know, because if I didn't, I'd probably come over here and put a goddamn hole between your eyes, and then I'd do myself the same goddamn favor. But since Benny's here, and you know, since suicide isn't really my style, I think I'd rather find a reason not to do that. Would you say that my decision is an agreeable one?
Hey, look, man, I'm sorry I busted in. I won't do it again. I promise.
asked you if you found my decision to be an agreeable one.
Yeah, I can get behind it.
You see, it gets better the more you drink.
You know, when those Boston assholes called me up and wanted to buy the bar, I almost gave it to them, but then it hit me. As soon as you walked in, I knew. You, a tourist at some nobody towny bar, and those Boston assholes in their big glass buildings, you both have the same problem. You have no sense of history. And whether I like it or not, this town and this bar, they're my life. They're my family's life. And I'm the one who decides when that changes. No gun and no check and no fucking train is gonna change that.
I still don't understand something, though. Why the Scupper? I mean, no offense, Mike, but this place ain't exactly the Ritz. Wasn't there someplace nicer, a little closer to the train station, someplace you could have hit and got right back on the rail?
Answer him.
There was a pamphlet on the train that this was the only place in it that said it was cash only, and I thought if there was any trouble, there'd be less people because it's out of the city. Look, man, I won't tell anybody about this. Let me go, please!
Really? A pamphlet? That's why you came down here. You decided to ride the train all the way down to rob the world-famous scupper. There wasn't any place closer to home, further up the line? No, I don't believe that. You know what I think? I think one of those Boston investors in his big glass buildings in downtown threw you a hefty paycheck to come down here and try to scare little old Mr. Mike Pope off of his valuable piece of land down by the water.
So you're saying he's not just some dumbass kid?
Maybe.
And that those assholes up in Boston sent him down here to scare you?
Maybe. What do you think? Good guess?
Come on, man, no, I didn't do anything like that. I'd never do anything like that, I promise you.
Shut your goddamn mouth!
Oh, God.
Don't give that shit one little red cent, Mike.
You didn't have to do this, man. Come on, you just let me go. You
I said shut up! How much did it cost for a train ticket down here?
What?
I asked you, how much did a train ticket cost to get down here?
It's free on the weekends.
Then buy yourself a cheeseburger. Hey! Take the money.
What did you do that for? That little shit didn't deserve nothing.
I'd rather live in a world where he's just some dumb kid.
That damn train, though, huh? Did your great-grandfather really do all that shit at the fort?
Yeah?
Are you really sick, Mike?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay?
Sure.
You're not gonna sell the scupper, are you?
Hey, you ever think about robbing me?
Every damn day.
One more time for the cast of Battle of Fairhaven. And the director and the writer. All right. If that didn't give you a Rat Fumes vibe, I don't know what will. All right. Who's from Fairhaven again? Yeah? Bikini Fridays, Lingerie Sundays, you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so now we are going to break for a quick 15 minutes intermission. If you have not done so already, please grab a drink, grab a quick snack, buy some art, check out the raffle. It is 1 for $3, 2 raffle tickets for $5. We'll see you in 15. See you soon. Thank you. Woo. Woo. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Roots with Roots. Now, before we get started with our final 2 shows, I just wanted to give a shout out and a special thank you to our sponsors for this season. Right, without them, this wouldn't be possible. I really wanted to give a special shout out to our home, our new home, St. Andrew's Church. Round of applause. Thank you so much for welcoming us to your home. This is the second show. We've actually done a show here a while back when the collective first started, but this is probably a 3rd time we were able to perform here. It's such an amazing space, and we really thank them for all their support this season. Next up, we want to thank Chimney Pros, Chris Cabretta, owner of Chimney Pros. Thank them for their generous donation for this season. We really appreciate them. We also would like to thank Nick's Pizza. Yes, woo! That's right. Nick's Pizza over in Mattapoisett, always providing us food at our rehearsals on those, especially in those 1440s, those long days. Always providing us free pizza, which is always nice for our actors and directors who are here multiple hours. We also want to give a special shout out to Economy Bakery as well. We did a lot of promo shots for this series. Yeah, Economy Bakery for the Iso Fall River. They were kind enough to let us use their bakery for some promo shots. They're located right on Acushnet Ave. Very delicious molasadas as well as pastéis de nata if you want to check them out tomorrow morning. I'll probably be there as well too. All right. We will be pulling the raffle in between this show and our last show. So if you want to go up and grab one last raffle ticket, like I said, one raffle ticket, $3, two for $5. It includes a $50 gift card to Nick's Pizza, a beautiful print of New Bedford, generously donated by Marissa Jesus. Also, a dozen farm fresh grown eggs by the wonderful Chris Pedrecka and his farm and his chickens. As well as, she's back from the bathroom, right? There she is, Abby Pedrecka, and her amazing floral arrangement, which you actually not see there because it is going to be part of the second show in Act 2. So, our next show is called Train to Dreamland, written by the ever so talented Brie Riccio. Also, she gets 2 shows. It is also written by Brie Riccio. Directed it. She did both. She's so good. She wrote it and then she directed it. She's so good. And it's featuring Moses Brito, round of applause. Leah McLaughlin, round of applause. And Honey B. Bruno. Enjoy the show.
Natalie, I can't believe you made us miss opening night of the Bucket. I've missed it in 12 years, and that's only because I had chicken pox.
We'll come back tomorrow. You get your rum raisin, you weirdo.
We would have been on time if your brakes didn't keep sticking.
I just took it to my cousin's shop. He said they're fine.
It ain't the brakes, babe. It's that friggin' lead foot of hers.
Actually, Sammy, a lead foot denotes that I drive too fast.
Yeah, well, I'm denoting that you have that problem too.
Well, I don't hear either of you two illiterate imbeciles offering to drive. What's it gonna be, Ash? The 4th time you take your road test?
It's the 3rd, so calm down. And you know what they say, 3rd time's a charm. And I'm not an imbecile. You only beat me by 20 points on the SATs.
And yet we have to constantly remind you, if you're gonna drink brown liquor, to not put it in a clear container.
Still don't think you're ever gonna pass that road test.
It's not a big deal, really. I kinda like the bus anyways.
You like the bus?
Oh, how can you like the bus? The Serta is a complete joke. It literally takes you 3 hours to get from Fall River to New Bedford. One of the greatest failures of the South Coast.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it wasn't real when I first moved. I thought the signs were just like relics of a forgotten time, and then I saw people waiting at an actual bus stop, and I had to do a double take.
Ah, yeah. Miss Natalie's first encounter with the lower middle class of the mean streets of Dartmouth, Massachusetts.
I always forget you're not from here, Nat.
What do you mean? I am too from here. I've known y'all since the 4th grade. George H. Potter Elementary School alumni. Class of 2009, baby!
Yeah, but you weren't here since kindergarten, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, born in the town, die in the town. You can't be a townie if you weren't born here. Those are the rules.
Good logic. Logos points to Ash. Hey, you feeling okay? You're like behind by 3 points.
I don't want to play rhetorical triangle anymore. You guys are giving me a headache.
I'm just saying that because you're losing.
Oh, shut up, Sammy. I'm your ride home, remember?
Ooh, fair point, counselor. I say being my ride home grants you a point each for logic, emotion, and credibility. That's 3 points each, and now we're all tied up. Listen, now, back to the one on trial. Ash, please state your case in the defense of the bus.
I don't know. I just like it. It's great people watching. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the crazy things I've seen on there.
When do you even ride it? Where do you even go?
Gotta get to them all somehow when Nat's at work.
Speaking of complete jokes and great failures.
Seriously, the Dartmouth Mall is tragic.
Well, I like it.
Well, you gotta admit, it's a poor excuse for a mall. Taunton Galleria, Emerald Square, Providence Place. No, those are malls.
I just wish there were better things for us to do around here instead of looking at ice cream shops that look at their objects. I mean, look at Route 6. It's a culture desert, nothing but Olive Gardens and Ruby Tuesdays as far as the eye can see. What's a lovable gay icon like me supposed to do for fun around here? Thank you. There were no clubs to sneak into. Ever since all that shit went down at Puzzles, it's not even safe anymore.
Well, hey, at least you have one of the gayest congressmen on your side.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Bunny Frank.
Besides, that guy at Puzzles was a Nazi Klansman who belonged in West Virginia. He didn't belong here. People aren't like that here.
Yeah, says the guy who plays with guns with his dad on the weekends.
We're responsible.
Yeah, but this was
know.
literally
Who
2
cares?
years
Cut it out, you two! We are not doing this tonight. We only have 2 weeks left of senior year, and I prefer to remember these times fondly and making fun of Ash for liking the bus.
I think there's been enough ash bashing for one night. Besides, I think it's your turn, Nat. I want to know, where did you get this ridiculous looking flask?
Yeah, what happened to the other one?
What other one?
The one with the Japanese flag on it.
Oh no, sir. That one is Miss Natalie's Ponzu flask.
What's a ponzu?
It's that boozy soy sauce she brings every time we go to Wasabi. Honestly, I'm gonna start calling you a bouge hound, Nat.
Look, if it's good enough for Anthony Bourdain, it's good enough for me. And it makes no sense that there's no good sushi around here because we're surrounded by water.
You bite your tongue. No good sushi around here? Turks has a genuine sushi chef.
He's Filipino.
Racist.
Look, Sammy, we've been over this. I can't be racist. I am not white.
Girl. You're Portuguese. Face it. You're white.
Yeah, your people, like, literally invented colonialism.
I'm not the one who thinks we should keep the Dartmouth Indian as our mascot.
It's tradition.
So is slavery.
It's a symbol of pride and respect for the area's profound Native American history. And I, for one, happen to respect that history. Why do you think I started going by Ash?
Oh, Christ, here we go.
Because you didn't want to go by Ashley anymore?
No, it's a connection to my heritage.
Dude, you're like 1/32nd wampanoag.
Point?
I don't know. I liked it better when you were fighting over food.
Fine. Your Chinese food sucks the big one.
But Nat, what are you even talking about? You came from Worcester. It's not exactly a hub of authentic Asian cuisine.
Why is your chow mein sauce so brown?
I'm gonna smack her.
I will have you know that chow mein sandwich is world renowned and has even been endorsed by the great Fall River native and Food Network star Emeril Lagasse.
BAM! And factoring Emerald's credibility, I think that grants Ash 5 ethos points.
Ethos schmethos.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it in law school, Nat.
Well, we'll see what Northeastern has to say about that.
You're really going all the way to Boston for school?
It's really not that far. It's only like an hour and 20-minute drive. But I suppose if you don't pass your road test, you and Sammy are going to be taking the bus from New Bedford.
There's no way in hell I'm going to that station downtown.
It's really not that bad, dude.
No way, no how.
Well, I heard that they're actually making progress on the train and it might be up and running next spring.
Oh, my sweet little newbie. See, that's how I know you're not from here. They've been saying that for years.
Yeah, never gonna happen.
I read about it in the Standard Times.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Still doesn't change the fact that they've been saying that pretty much every year I've been alive, and it still hasn't happened.
Would be pretty cool if it did, though. Straight shot to Boston.
Straight shot to a real gay club.
To some real sushi. Hey, what would be your straight shot?
I don't know. I think we got everything we need right here.
Everything?
Everything. I mean, what do you gotta go to Boston for anyways? But besides gay people and sushi.
Personally, I can't wait to get the hell out of here.
Then why are you going to UMass Dartmouth next year?
Well, someone was supposed to be my roommate at Bridgewater, and then someone withdrew their application. I am not living with some rando my first time away from home. Besides, I'll save on room and board. The more important question is, why did you change your mind, Ash?
Oh, I'm sorry I ruined your opportunity to experience the razzle and dazzle of the Bridgewater Triangle.
Stop avoiding the question, Ash. You guys still haven't talked about this, and you need to. Why did you press pause on all of your future plans?
I don't know. My parents and I got in a real big fight about it. They want me to go to college, but I think I want to go into a trade. Be an electrician, do HVAC, be a mechanic or something.
And everyone says if you want to make the big bucks, you have to go to college.
That's exactly what my dad said.
Well, what did your mom say?
She says I'm too smart to go into a trade.
You are smart. I don't hang out with dumb people, but you have always been good with your hands. You fixed my car after we entered that drag race on the Ave. What a wild night. But I haven't had any problems since you worked your magic. Hey, maybe you could take a look at my brakes.
Maybe I should. You can certainly try.
Yeah, it would have just been really nice to hear that from you instead of some random woman on the phone at Bridgewater.
Yeah, that was wicked bad on my part. Look, I'm sorry, dude. Look, I know you didn't want to go to college in your hometown, but at least you'd be closer since you'll be at UMass.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter in the long run, Sammy. I mean, half the time you say you went to Dartmouth, people think you mean the other one, so it really doesn't matter.
That's true. You know, maybe after Dartmouth I could see myself living in the city for a bit. That urban life. Although I'd probably have to commute like the other boomerang kids around here. Recession and all. But it would be really nice if that train actually did come. It would make things so much easier. I could get established as a go-go dancer at a club, have some torrid love affairs with men twice my age. Then I could climb up and be a manager, or, oh my god, even open my own gay club.
Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. We could meet on Newberry Street for martinis.
Yes, except I'm not having a martini. I'm having a Cosmo, because I know you're a Miranda, but I'm more of a Carrie and I hate olives.
Well, I'll probably get an apartment with some people from my law school cohort. I know people in cohorts are notoriously competitive, but I'm sure we'll make it work. And you can stay on the couch while you're starting out.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'll have to clear with the roommates, but of course. And once you make it big, we get our own place in the South End. Yeah. Because you know my roomie's so messy and the other one hates you. And
Well,
stuff.
I did sleep with her fiance.
Oh my god, you really are such a
What about me?
You can take the train and visit.
Yeah, you can stay on the couch while Sammy's working at the club still done.
Spanking. Look, I hate to burst your big, pink, gay Glinda the Good Witch of the North bubble, but that train is not happening, guys.
Hate crime. We were just playing.
Well, I don't want to play anymore.
It was just a fantasy, dude.
All right, well, I don't like it.
What's going on, man?
I just don't really like change.
You don't say.
I don't know. I don't get why you have to go to Boston to do all those things.
What do you mean?
When I said we have everything we need right here, I meant it. We've got farms and ocean, the city and town. Hell, New Bedford even has a zoo. We've got elephants, man.
And homeless people.
Whatever, Sammy.
I guess I was just thinking bigger.
Bigger than elephants.
Come on, you know what she means. Art, history, culture. Boston's really good for all of that.
We've got art, we've got history, we've got culture. New Bedford has AHA Night, we've got the Z. UMass has its own radio station. We've got murals and artists and artisans and history. Hello, Moby Dick, Frederick Douglass, the city that lit the world.
Okay, you're right, you win. Ethos, pathos, logos points to you.
I just don't get why you can't do any of those things you said right here. I heard UMass is going to absorb Southern New England law. We're going to have the state's only public law school right here in our own backyard.
You want me to go to Snesel?
Maybe? And you could start your own gay clubs here and have drag shows. You could help the people who actually need you, people in your own community. I mean, if the train comes down and everyone exports their culture up to Boston, what's going to be left here for the rest of us? Did you ever think about that?
Guess not.
I didn't know you cared so much about stuff like that, Ash.
Yeah, well, I do.
Okay, well, let's make a deal.
I'm listening.
How about we not worry about that stuff until the train actually comes?
I think I can live with that.
Good. You know what that means, though.
What?
If you want to come visit me next year, you're going to have to actually pass your road test.
Which means you're gonna have to actually study for your road test.
I don't know, guys. I really don't like change.
We know, Ash. We know. Come on, let's go. It's late.
We're gonna have to take the bus, aren't we?
Probably. Unless I was right and the train really does start running next spring.
Girl, when are you gonna learn?
Let's keep it going for Moses, Honey, and Liam. Let's also give another round of applause for Bree Riccio, who wrote and directed. Thank you. All right, so, anyone here from Dartmouth? I forgot to ask that. Sure. What, do you think you're cool or something? Whatever, no. Yeah, Dartmouth's pretty cool. Yeah, what's your favorite part about Dartmouth? Route 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mall? The old Buster's? I love Buster's. Who remembers Buster's? Hell yeah. Place. Tailgate's kind of cool. All right. So, I know I'm doing an excellent job as MC, of course, but I wanted to recognize our two prior MCs that we had. Last weekend on Friday and Saturday, we had the wonderful Nathan Mello here, who did a better job than me at roasting the coast. He did an excellent job. So just a round of applause for Nathan Mello. Thank you to him and volunteering for that. We also had last night a special guest that we had that actually reached out to us, an alumni of the collective. You know, once you're a part of the collective, you're never gone. Vanessa Medeiros, who actually does some work with an improv group known as the Portuguese Kids, was here yesterday, and she did a little bit of stand-up and was our MC as well. So a round of applause for her for coming down and volunteering her time as well. To be actually, you know so well. All right, our final show is called This Must Be the Place, and it takes place. Is it okay with that? Too much sugar? All right. This must be the place. And it takes place in the Tri-Town. Who's from the Tri-Town? The Tri-Town. Yes, Mattapoisett, Marion, Rochester. So funny story, right? We filmed a little video, which you will see at the beginning of this performance. But Chris, you know, the writer, so Chris, round of applause for Chris Pedrecka. He's the amazing and talented writer. He took us out into the Tri-Town to film this. And it was a lot of driving, let's say, especially when we got to Rochester. It was a lot of driving into nothing and nothing and nothing. But it was amazing to see, because it's a part of the area that I don't get to see much, right? Fairhaven, maybe get into Mattapoisett a little bit. Love Brewfish and Marion, but other than that, I don't spend too much time in Rochester. But it's
lost.
What? Yeah, I know. Sorry, but it was amazing, and it was very rewarding to see the beauty up there. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the Tri-Town, go out there. It might take 8 hours to drive through everything, but hopefully you can free up your afternoon to do so. All right. In this production, it takes place in Tri-Town present day. Oh, it's directed by me, by the way. No big deal. I directed this one. Stop it. It features Jeff Blanchett, Katie Gregory, and Ian Vincent. And as mentioned before, the floor raises are made by Abby Pacheco. All right, enjoy. This must be the place.
My name is Preston Fernberg, but people know me as Skip. And if they don't, they will. Around here, it's not just real estate. It's a lifestyle. My life, your style. Real estate. Sure, sometimes you gotta look past the mauve wallpaper or the shag carpet, and yeah, that smell will fade. Eventually. See, I see potential in property and in people. On this week's episode, she's a South Coast success story, all grit, grace, and get-out-of-the-way sass. He's a big-hearted hack, heavy with hope. Now, they're happy house hunters looking for a fresh start somewhere between her ambition and his redemption. Tune in this week to This Must Be the Place with me, Skip.
The name's Tiffany Diaruda, but you can call me Tiff. South End, New Bedford, triple decker. Brothers in every room. My Bava in the kitchen stirring up potions for my cramps and attitude. It was loud, messy, but you got used to it. I didn't plan to come back here, but medicine's funny like that. You start out thinking you're gonna save the world, and then you end up trying to save a budget-strangled clinic in Brockton.
My name is Courtney Whitewood Dingberg. Yes, all of that, but please just call me Court. I'm from Northampton. My mother and her partner, the Duchess, raised me on feminism and feelings. The one boy in a house full of matriarchs. Woo. Eventually, I needed a place where I could screw up without a post-mortem. Tabor Academy granted me that. Harvard Law revoked it. Once I flunked out, my mom got me a job with the MBTA. It was supposed to be temporary until I derailed the Orange Line. And then they reassigned me to the New Bedford commuter rail. It was supposed to be temporary. It was the idea that nobody would care if it ran or not. Turns out, somebody cared. Tiff never asked me to change, but being with her made not changing feel like theft.
We weren't looking for forever. Well, not exactly. Not right now, but we were looking for something.
To start something, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, we knew we were different.
It's true. Opposites attract.
But we make sense, I think.
We balance. I plan. He dreams.
She's tidy, I'm not. She's efficient, I'm late. She pushes, I soften.
And that's a good thing. Keeps things interesting. Besides, flying solo was getting old.
So we decided to stop talking about it and do it as a duet. Get it, babe? Funny?
Sure. So we started looking, tried a few brokers.
Talked to a few people. A lot of them smiled too hard.
Tried too hard.
One guy called me buddy 4 times and then ghosted us.
And then there was Skip, that guy who sells in the Tri.
He drove up in a white Miata with Cape Cod vanity plates that said, "Naughty boy for you," wearing a Bluetooth headset from 2009.
He called me Doc and Court Chief.
Said we had GPE, good property energy.
It was absurd.
It was honest.
It was something.
And somehow, we trusted him.
Because he didn't pretend to be perfect. He was himself.
Like us.
I grew up on Mary's Pond. I summered at Crescent Beach. I even partied at Silver Shell. And yes, I have the Polaroids to prove it. See, I've sold property all over the South Coast, but Tri-Town, Mattapoisett, Marion, Rochester, they're in a league of their own. Because I've been doing this since before Zillow was a verb. I remember when an open house meant coffee, cookies, dignity. Now it's drone shots, half-renovated ranches with influencers running through them like they're going to audition for HGTV. But hey, I adapt. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the village, the heart of Mattapoisett, baby. I mean, can you smell that, Doc? Salt air, hydrangeas, and well-manicured lawn care.
I think someone just waved at us from their porch and then texted about it.
I'm sure it was just coincidence. No neighbor's that nosy. They probably...
Well, hey, that's community! I mean, you want action. This place is 3 blocks from the slip, 2 from the wharf, and literal feet from the library, where they still rent out DVDs and VHS. Very nostalgic.
So what's the square footage?
Not too big, not too small. Goldilocks zone! This place has 2 beds, 1.5 baths, original hardwood, not the scary kind. The kitchen has been updated slightly. Don't let that burnt orange backsplash fool you. It's vintage, not a cry for help.
Hey, Skip! You still owe me for the dahlias! Where's my linguiça pizza from Nick's?
You mean you haven't received it yet? I put that in the mail a week ago, Peter. See, that's what I mean. This place is character. People know each other. Maybe a little too well. But that's charm, that's history, that's surveillance with a smile. Shall we?
Everything smelled like potpourri with a dash of seaweed.
I can understand the nautical theming of it all, but I mean, a porthole mirror in every room? I mean, come on, really?
And got enough anchors? I mean, geez, I thought the ship might actually sink.
Oh no, you sunk my battleship! Get it, babe?
A little forced.
Damn, you're right. Okay, well, how about this one? If we live here, then I am legally allowed to say aye in our arguments instead of yes. Aye?
No, but better. I don't hate it here. I just don't want to have to explain my relationship status to a dude named Dennis in the post office every week.
Or have everybody say to us, Oh, you're living in the old Tinkham house.
Exactly. It's nice. Too nice. Like curated New England.
Melville approved.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. A lot of agents won't tell you this, but most people don't buy homes. They buy stories. Tales they tell other people at cookouts. Saw this place before it got on the market, beat out 6 other offers. We just knew when we walked in. I provide those stories. And a house. Hopefully. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Marion, or as I call it, Vineyard Light. We have a Dunkin' and a Cumbies, or if we're feeling quaint, we got Uncle John's in the general store. Either way, the ocean is just down the road over yonder.
It's quiet. Like Stepford quiet.
Do actual human beings live here?
A few. The town consists of 20% Tabor kids, 50% old farts, 20% seasonal renters, and 10% ghosts. Don't worry, nothing bad ever happens here. It is physically impossible.
Hey, Skip, is that a sign that says, Namaste by the bay?
They were supposed to spell that phonetically. I'm gonna have a talk with the staging department about that one.
Tell your clients not to park on the grass. This isn't warehouse.
You got it, Betty. Give my love to Brady the Golden Doodle. No, that was a compliment. I think. So the place has 5 beds, 2 baths, a kitchen island the size of Ram Island, vaulted ceilings, a pool, and even a little guest house out back. Perfect for hosting the extended family a night or two.
No way.
Why not?
Oh, we're trying to be close, but not that close. Gotta keep the fam at arm's length.
Yeah, we're not handing out guest passes. Our families are like ticks. Once they're embedded, you never pull them out. It's like one big, never-ending Polish-Portuguese pool party.
Oh, that is a bad thing. Got it, I think. Well, let's go inside anyway. Have a peek.
Sip a can? I said sip a can. More like sip a can't afford it even if we wanted to. Which we don't.
Damn.
They had a basket of rolled hand towels in the guest bathroom. Rolled, like we're running a day spa. No pool parties and no day spa. In fact, no pools. And besides, the freaking ocean is right there. Seriously?
We could hear the sweet sound of seagulls cawing nonstop.
It seems like someone just lived there to try and pretend to their ex on Instagram. I'm not interested in pretending. Not anymore.
It was a beautiful space. I just didn't want to touch anything.
Or breathe wrong.
Or exist.
Too perfect.
Too plastic.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't just sell homes. I sell peace of mind. Most of the time, that's enough. And when it isn't, sure, I'll throw in the tacky gift from Wings and Things. Because that's what Skip does. He delivers. Just above asking. Welcome to the country. God's country. Rochester. Home of stone walls, septic tanks, and real-life water wells. It's backwoods barnyard boogie meets freedom-filled funky farm fresh.
How far are we from anything?
Well, that depends. If you mean Duncan, you'll need a thermos and a decent podcast. If you mean peace of mind, well, congratulations, Chief, you're standing in it. Oh, Chief, you're actually standing in it.
Oh, God.
Hey, Skip, is that a barn?
Do you want it to be? Because that is a detached opportunity, Doc. Could be a studio, could be a gym, could be a rustic, overpriced Airbnb. Up to you!
Skip! If they don't buy, can I use the tractor shed for more goats?
Sure thing, Ray. Kathy doesn't want them in the house anymore, I take it. Ray and Kathy's goats are gluten-free now. It's a whole thing. They claim you can taste the difference in the goat milk, but I think that's a lot of horseshit.
It feels like a true crime podcast out here, like episode 9, Screams Unheard.
But no HOA fees and plenty of room to scream. That's true value. This old gem has sturdy bones that are built solid. 4 beds, 2 baths, 2 full acres. Fireplace works if you believe it. If the picture's kind of a creative sort of choose-your-own shelving sort of adventure, you're gonna see that's not just a starter home, it's a character development arc.
You know, that is part of the problem. You think you would know us, have us pegged by now?
Oh, come on, babe. I mean, we're not that predictable, are we? I mean, we've still got a few surprises up our sleeve, right? Maybe? No?
Of course I know you two. Come on, you're Doc, and you're about to meet the root cellar. Come on, she's got personality.
There was a door to nowhere on the 2nd floor. No stairs, no landing, just a door.
And that little room off the kitchen, it was wallpapered in magazine clippings, like from the 80s. It was creepy adjacent, for sure.
It was really overgrown. It would take a lot of upkeep, like tractor level upkeep.
It seemed like someone lived there and had 5 different lives, but never finished any of them. It's far away from anyone.
Or anything. But I don't know, I mean, I kind of liked it, I guess.
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
I mean, there was space out there. You could breathe.
Or scream, they just may go unheard.
So we both agreed that that one was something.
Yeah, there was something, but not us.
You can tell a lot by how a couple walks into a home. Who's leading? Who's stalling? Who opens the closets? Who checks for outlets? Who's picturing a future? Who's looking for an escape?
They were all nice in their own way, I guess.
Yeah, but nice isn't enough.
No, it's not.
They've seen the 3 kinds. The towny one, the fancy one, the one in the woods. All of them had some version of the life, but not life as they want to live it.
Rochester had space.
And goats.
Yeah, but it didn't feel fake.
No. Marion felt kind of fake. Not deceptively fake, but not us.
Like make-believe.
And I felt totally exposed in the village.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to collect the morning paper in my birthday suit after all.
Wait, what? Who's the naughty boy for you now?
Tiff, she's sharp. Scans everything before she buys it. She's not looking for a house. She's looking for safety. In court, he's hard. You can tell. He's looking for a place that says you're allowed to stop running.
We keep walking into places and trying to convince ourselves that we can live there. I don't want to talk myself into anything. I want to want it, you know?
Some people need a house that's polished, perfect. And some people need a house that lets them be a mess. A house with cracks and uneven corners. A place that says, you don't have to earn this. And you don't have to fake it either.
I want to look out my front door and know that this is mine. Today, tomorrow, the next 5 years, not borrowed, not temporary, but mine.
There is one more place. I wasn't even going to show it. It's on Brant Island. It's... the less I say about it, the better. But you'll see. They're ready. Rosie, I'll be by next door with some new friends.
So what do you think? You got one more left in you?
Yeah, one more.
He says it's the last one. Some off-the-market type deal. You trust him?
No. But I don't really trust anyone. Where even are we?
Still Mattapoisett. Brant Island Road. It's the last road in town. Think Fairhaven meets Acushnet, but still Mattapoisett. It's a place that people relax. A place of rest. Huh.
This wasn't on the list.
It wasn't on the market either. Belonged to a couple that moved south. I think.
Skip, are these the two you told me about? The odd couple?
No, Rosie, I never called them that. That's Rosie, lives next door, watches the whole neighborhood. You're gonna love her.
You definitely did. Remember I asked why you called them the two with the...
No, Rosie, you must be mistaken. I'm going to go now. I will talk to you later. Bye! This house is a little different, a little quirky, but I don't know. It's always felt more real to me.
Ready?
It's perfect!
So what do you think? Do you think we could start a life here?
Yeah, I think we could stay here. Court. I was waiting until we found the perfect place, but I have something to tell you.
Uh-oh.
It's not gonna be just us. We're gonna be raising a family here.
Wow, you're pregnant. Wow. Wow.
Okay. Okay. Yellow house, set back from the road. Brant Island Road. Previous owners were good people. Couple real unique individuals. They had 2 dogs, some chickens, and a lot of flowers that really made the yard come to life. They loved it here. Then one day they packed up and moved to Tennessee. They knew it would always have a special place in their heart, but they were ready to move on. Thing about a good house, it doesn't pretend to be anything that it isn't. It creaks where it creaks. Nothing is level or plumb. The sink drips, the switch won't turn on, that window won't open. But none of that matters. Some people need a house where they can let something go. Take a breath. Be a little broken and still belong. All this place needed were a couple of people that didn't want perfection. Not a house, a home. I hope you like it. I've sold a lot of houses, but sometimes you don't just sell a house. You open the door. Welcome home.
Let's keep it going for Katie, Jeff, and Ian. Woo! Directed by Christopher Petretta. Directed by me. At this time, I would like to call up all of our writers, actors, and directors, either on stage or here to the front. Please come on up. If you're out there, feel free to come and join us. We really want to appreciate, we really want to say thank you and appreciate all of you for your support. Those of you that have been following us over the past 10 years, those of you that just started following us, we really appreciate it. We want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and supporting art. It's very important. As Jonathan Larson once said, the opposite of war is not peace, it is creation. That's right. So thank you so much for supporting us, and please continue to support art in any way, shape, or form. We are The Collective. We love you. Thank you, and good night. Are we taking a picture?
Yeah.
All right.
And then housewives, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, or just a picture? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tech, feel free to join us too for a picture. Come on, yes. One round of applause for our tech team back there. Carolyn Zangato, thank you. And Melissa, thank you so much. Come on up, hold on. We'll have Bobby take it. Bobo.
Actors, scooch down to your left.
Yes,
scooch to your left, to your left.
Get the chickens in the picture. Get the chickens.
That's a weird way to talk about us.
Oh, sorry. Collective on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Collective!